Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I'm Dr. Kevin Tarina. Today is Transformations. It's January 11th, 7 p.m. Well, actually, 7:05 p.m. And we are live, and we're talking about how the mind and the body, and literally your pain, is teaching you and showing you exactly where you need to address concerns within to move forward in life. And so we're going to dive into that today. Don't let me get too far ahead of ourselves, but I want to say hello and welcome to everybody out there in, Facebook world, YouTube world. We're streaming in a couple different places. So if you're tuning in, give a thumbs up so we can share the good news. If you've been here before, give a thumbs up. Make a comment like I'm here on the wherever you're watching this. And that way it connects to more people and we get to share the message of how to interpret our physical pain and connect the dots to our conscious and subconscious self. And hopefully I'm coming loud and clear. Got my mic, different setup. And let's get going. I want to say hello to my people there in the Four Foundations group. And if you don't know, I'm going to actually drop the link while we're chatting. If you don't know, the Four Foundations is where I put together something that inspired me. And this will get you there right here. It's a Facebook group right now, but it also I was inspired to put together and practice different strategies for my mind, body, spirit, and soul in simple, powerful ways that would affect my life and positive outcomes that would take time to build momentum. But just like investing in yourself in your retirement, or investing in a project that you want to see that's going to help you build a revenue stream, that will continue to pay dividends regardless of how much attention that you put into it, because you installed it. Not regardless of how much attention you put into it, but the consistent intention and attention to it, it grows and it grows and it grows. That's the purpose of Four Foundations, is to give you the blueprint of many of the strategies I've used, incorporated from mentors that have taught me over the years, and things that I found as to make it simplified as best as possible in today's busy world. So the best place there is drkevintransformations.com/4-foundations. You can go there on the webpage, drkeving.com. You can get it right there in the link. Or you can just reach out to me and I will hook you up with that. And I think I have it right here. Do I? I got a lot of things happening. And so let's continue. Again, the best way to get access is to go to drkeving.com. There's all kinds of resources. There's free stuff in there as well. Articles, audio affirmations, affirmation gift, and the book, of course. In fact, go to the shop section. That's one of my groups here. I'll go to the shop section, and you can get the latest and greatest healthcare technology regarding balancing frequencies in your life. That is an amazing thing. And personally, reach out to me with that. That's a little bit more involved. I happily share information with. What has been one of the hot topics of conversation is Zoom time. More and more, we're spending time on technology. It's affecting our body. It's affecting our eyes. It's affecting our brain. And so, I asked around some of the colleagues that I have, and who's got the best glasses? Raw Optics. And they're having a special right now. I do know that. In fact, let's just click on it right here. You go to the website, you click on this here to get access, and it takes you right to the shop. Let's see what they got going on. They did have a 2-for-1 special, but I guess that is over. Not 2-for-1 special, but a definite discount. What do we got here? Something has happened. They do have a special going, but I highly recommend connecting with them. And of course, the other big topic I am been really strong on sharing, because it's been coming up with all my patients. Just about everyone is having issues with their water intake and the quality of their water. And to handle water intake, well, there's an emotional technique that I work with people. However, water purification is a super hot topic. Big Berkey's got a phenomenal name for tabletops, desktop type of filters, but Proper USA also has whole house units, under the sink units. I do know that. I've worked with both companies. I've purchased products from both companies. Highly recommend it. The better pure, I mean, water is life, ladies and gentlemen. And the more pure you can get water source, the better off you're going to be. And by all means, get access. Yes, I am an affiliate. Yes, I do get like a small percentage for anyone that purchases something. But the point is, we're helping each other. We're helping each other learn about knowledge, learn about information that is directly related to your health, mind, body, spirit, and I dare say soul. That being said, that's drkeving.com/shop. And that is where, this is where I'm teaching my patients every day about how to nurture themselves at a core level. And believe it or not, water is so important, yet I don't see hardly anyone really doing a good job with it. And of course, I have my own challenges. I like a good coffee here and there, and but tons of water is important. Not only that, the purity of the water has a direct connection between your physical pain in your body, and a direct connection between what's going on in your mental abilities, your mental faculties. And we're going to be diving into that right now. We're talking about perceptions. Let's take a look at the book here. I wrote a book in 2017. Actually, I was writing it for like 10-15 years with all the things I started to learn and put together, and I have a whole system of information to get you to dive into understanding, and also to become more astute, a better adept at learning to sense what's going on in your physical body, and also make the connections to the subconscious patterns of emotions, of thinking, of habit, so you can break through these patterns. And there's ways to go about that. And I even offer a free ebook, Introduction to Decode Your Pain, and that's at drkevintransformations.com. In fact, let's drop that link too. That's in the description, but we're also live. I want to drop that right in there because it is definitely well worth it. I tell people, you can spend $10. Now this is free, but there's the book component that's offered after that, and that's $10. And you can buy something for $10. This book, and will nourish your mind and your body for a lifetime to come. Or you can spend it on a little bit of food, and it will feed you for a moment, but then it will go away. See, the reason this is important is the first law in nature, the first law in Hermetic principle is all is mind, and mind is all. It's the same concept as what you think within becomes a reality. Thoughts are things. I'm just quoting other authors' book titles. Think and Grow Rich. These are seminal writings into personal development. However, it has a direct correlation to your physical body and direct correlation to your health status, your illness status, your disease status. See, there's another whole world of how the body operates, yet this is not being taught in the mainstream medical systems. You have to go to really high level, out of the box thinkers in the mainstream medical system, or you are connecting to people that practice traditional. When I say traditional, the ancient healing arts, some of the I dare say some of the new age healing arts. They are founded in these Eastern philosophies that are proving time and time again to be accurate. Now we even have a whole new branch of science that was launched more than 30 years ago, but you may have not heard of it. It's like a neuroimmunology. And I have it right here, actually. I've been studying. I'll take that little bookmark out. I've been studying this book for the last, on and off for a long time, but I've really dove in recently, making some deeper notes. And this is about, and I've incorporated this knowledge into my coursework. This is about how the neuropeptides, there's another communication. Neuropeptides, peptides, are something your whole body, every cell uses and connects to every part of your brain. And on here in page chapter 6, I want to go back to this. I'm going to pull up another iteration of the book here. Excuse me while I do this on the fly. Yes, we are live. I want to go to page 50 here. Oops. Here we are, we're back. We're going to go to page 50 here, and I'm going to talk about, this is your energy. But there's another photo here, just a couple slides up. There. Excuse me. We are live. Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, it's not right there. Let's go back. Well, the whole point is connecting body parts to subconscious states of thinking. And so tonight we're talking about perceptions. Now, we're going to make a metaphor here. We're going to relate things to one another, but look at what are your top 5 senses, all right? Now, there's many more than 5 senses. But we have smell, we have taste, we have hearing, we have sight, and of course we have touch. And there's other things like hunger, pain, and thirst. We have vibration, we even have direction. There's other senses. There's the 6th sense category, your intuitive sense, and that's a real deal. And we actually dive into that in the coursework of Becoming Your Own Healer, which is part of the Transformations program, or also part of the Vision Living program. There's a lot going on here, but the point is there are resources for you to learn this knowledge, how to interpret yourself. And that's what this is all about. And so here in the appendix, which is included in the free gift, you can find it at drkevintransformations.com, is the map between body parts. And when there's a physical pain in somewhere in these in this physical body anatomical part, whether there's a symptom like even eyesight, you're losing your eyesight, there's a deep dive, like a meditation, a hypnosis session, something that will help you dive into your perceptions about vision, how you see the world. Maybe what you're seeing is you don't want to see. And this doesn't have to be around all topics. This can be around specific topics, a theme in your life. The point is there's relationships between analogies we use in our life and physical symptoms, physical issues in our body that are diagnosable, that has an ICD-10 code associated with it. Now there are injuries. However, with that being said, what led to the injury? I know that I oftentimes get most hurt when I'm thinking about something in the past or in the future. I'm worried about something, I'm mulling over something, I'm upset about something, whatever that may be. That's when the injuries happen. And there's a feature that when an injury happens with an emotional state, they get wired together. A neuroassociation. These things get wired together. And if it's impactful enough, if it's intense enough, and the injury gets sustained, that tissue holds that injury. In fact, there's a wiring, and there's a pattern in the brain. There's things that go on in our thoughts and our decision makings, our perceptions. And we base it on all kinds of things that are not true, that are made up by the brain, that are perceived in a certain manner. I'm going to pull up another video or two, a couple images. Oh, there's so many images that we could demonstrate, but here I just typed in a few different things. So let's take a look here and dive in. Look at this image. Oh, yeah, this is good. Let's make it a little bigger. That image, what do you see? I can put it in there. Yeah, that's good. What do you see there? Do you see the woman? Or do you see the saxophone player? Type in your initial response right away. That'd be great. This would be a great exercise. Let's see what you come up with. I know I saw the saxophone player first. I love these type of things. Excuse me, I'm looking while I'm talking. Here's one. This is one I've seen before. This is really cool. How many matchsticks are there? Or how many blocks of wood are here? Let's see that. Okay. Type that in the response. How many do you see? What's the first thing you see? Depending on what your mind is used to focusing, you will formulate that image first. There's a great video, and I'll play it with no volume. Excuse me. Okay, this is a great video. I'm going to show it here, and there's many iterations. There's many iterations. So let's pull up here. I'm going to keep the volume down. Okay, and the question here. See if I can zoom in here a little bit while I'm on the fly. See if everybody at home can get a bigger picture. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna hide my stuff there. So, all right. So the question on the board is, how many passes does the team in white make? Oh man. Hopefully it plays. Well, certain things I want you to see, certain things I don't want you to see. If you've seen this before, don't say anything. If you haven't seen it, you know, let it go here. All right, so let me get the volume's off. Okay, so it's the awareness test here. All right, so this is real. So count how many passes does the team in white make? Oh, sorry if it gets a little choppy there. Bear with me, bear with me. Now the question on the board is, I hopefully got your number. Put your number in, but then the question, and the question I have for you here is, did you see the moonwalking bear? So hopefully this came out right. Hopefully it playing well, and you didn't see it, and then now because you're focused on counting, by the way. So now stop. Don't count, but look in the middle. There's a bear that does a moonwalk. Boom. Do you see him? Let's go back a little bit. Right there. You see him right here in the middle? And the guy in the white shirt and the black shirt? Oh, that's kind of funny. Right down the middle. There he is right there. He's starting to moonwalk right in the middle. Isn't that funny? Point is, what we focus on, we miss everything else around it. There's something like the brain is able to consciously focus on 40 bits of information. Now, how much is a bit of information? Well, something like, yeah, before I get to the example, then the subconscious mind is processing 40 billion bits per second. Something the equivalent of 4 movies of information, like 4 Hollywood length movies of information per second. And how much memory does that take up? How much brain power is processing? And it's like a very, very minuscule percentage of what the conscious brain is able to focus on. Okay, so I'm typing in a search, so maybe I can pull up some data real quick. All right, so here's let's see what we got here for you. This is the page from Bing. I typed in conscious brain versus unconscious brain bits per second, and the subconscious mind can process 20 million bits of info per second. The conscious mind can only process 40 bits of info per second. So the subconscious mind can process 500,000 more times, times more what the conscious mind is able to, according to information from the biology belief by Dr. Bruce Lipton. Now, Dr. Bruce Lipton, if you don't know, actually, that's great that they quoted him. This is one of my favorite people to look at and research his work. His lifetime of work is amazing, and he was one of the doctors on the Genome Project, and so I know that has been cited many times. But let's go to, I'm going to pull up an NPR article. Let's take a look at that too. And it has it right here in the beginning. So I'll pull it right up. We got understanding unconscious bias. So where's the key point here? Here it is. The human brain can process 11 million bits of information every second, but our conscious mind can handle only 40 to 50 bits of information per second. what this is saying is there's things that can be installed. There's beliefs, there's behaviors, there's experiences. I didn't pull up the PowerPoint, but I have a lovely slide that I love to share. Let me give me a second. I'll pull right up, and it talks about where it just demonstrates the nature of a few different terms that we all are familiar with, that will give us a little foundation. Here it is. It will give us a little foundation of what I'm referring to. And pardon me if this doesn't look fantastic. I love it when it looks good, but it's gonna be a little slide line. So this term right here, we have our concepts. Oh, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. There we are. Our concepts and our precepts. So our beliefs, our perceptions, our expectations, our choices, our decisions, our preferences, our responses, our consequences are developed from our concepts and our precepts. And where do these concepts and our precepts come from? They come from our early childhood. Some of them come prepackaged somehow, and there's a whole discussion on that. But much of what we know what it is to be human comes from our formative years, the first few years of life, the first 7. Some people say 12, some people say 15, but definitely the first 7. If you're into technology and computers more than just the last few years, formatting your disk would erase it, would purify it. Basically, it's a blank slate. That the experiences are constantly, everything around, the words, of the feelings, the sensations, the context, is all simply being downloaded into the new human, the new child, and then as it plays out in life, this is where healing happens, where the healing is needed, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or otherwise. Those first few years are what are the building blocks, the foundation. And our behavior, like I just showed, our beliefs, our perceptions, our choices, our expectations, our decisions are all wired together through these formative years. And there's things that one can do to unlock them. There's the personal growth conversation. There's the energy healing conversation. There's the structural rehabilitation conversation. There's a nutrients and toxins conversation. All of them are wired together. Hence, the program that's open to everybody, you've got to go there, is the 4 Foundations program. It's a group where I put strategies together, and I just continue to put my content out there. Everything I do is blasted out there. So with that being said, how do we reprogram ourselves? How do we tap into the system? What are the steps to do that? And that's what I wrote the book, and that's why the free gift to you is an introduction to Decode Your Pain. And in the book goes into deeper details about how this is all wired together. Wow. That was a deep dive today, ladies and gentlemen. Once I hit go, I kept on going. Didn't give a break. So if you have a question, this would be a great time to add. If you got some value out tonight, I would love for you to connect with one of the people that you love to share things with, somebody that you trust and that you connect to, and ask them to evaluate things that we talked about tonight. Ask them to connect with you and have a discussion on. Download the ebook together, and that way you can read it and have a conversation about it. And if you're really compelled, I do have a program that's offered after the book, and it's soon to be released to the public here as well. But I have a members area that I'm building right now. I'm going to zoom out to show you all the things I got going on there. But right now, when you purchase the physical book, yes, you get what's called the Personal Power Pack and Decode Your Pain Digital Edition. This is a transformation program itself, where I walk people through the content in the book, and we go through different questions and videos and things to help you connect the dots within your own life to make sense, so you can steer yourself in a better direction. And here is the one of the inside areas where I have all that. And of course, I got, let's see here, in some of the dropping the videos in, and of course we have the assignments in there, and that's how that works all together. And of course we have the other components that have already been built that are on social media, but we're taking things off as well as backup systems. And so here it's already online in action in the Transformations private group, where everything's mapped out in units. And this is where it currently is, where we help, basically I help people walk through a line of thinking that is associated with the book Decode Your Pain, and a bunch of stuff, other things going on that how I dare say I packaged it all together. But the point is, there are tools, there are resources for the mind, the body, spirit, and soul in every way, because I've needed this for my own personal growth and journey. I had to wake up to a lot of things in my own life and steer that ship in new directions, and now is the time to do that. It couldn't be any more important now to invest in yourself with what's going on in the outside world. Well, focus on creating the goodness within and the changes for the goodness outside of yourself. And there's a lot to be said about that, about setting your direction, working on yourself, connecting with your higher wisdom, and interacting with how life unfolds in the ways and the laws of nature different than how we've been instructed to operate in this world. So if you really that I'm inviting you to join in, and I'll drop that link right now, is the Winning in Every Situation webinar. It's a series, it's a 16-week series, and it's ongoing, and I've been collecting the content for the last 2 years and building a system of educational resources so people can go back and watch this material and learn and study with us, and as we go through the Winning in Every Situation webinar series. So that's how we turn pain into power and take our mess and make it our message to live to greater ways and to help things in new ways as well. Well, thank you for tuning in. I hope this has been valuable. If it has, please give a thumbs up. Please connect to me on one of the programs I'm offering. Go to drkeving.com is the most simple. You get on one of the email lists. Find a product that you need. I mean, basically, I put things that I needed, that every human needs, to help grow their life in positive ways. And this is what I dedicate my life to, my profession to. And so thank you for your time. Reach out, say hello, connect with me if you're looking for some answers, and I'll see you on the other side. Blessings and best regards.
Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Kevin Jarina, and this is the first introductory video in becoming your own healer.